Hi guys, welcome to Victory IAS. Another session on women issues. We are discussing. In last video, we have discussed on law on acid attacks. Now we are going to discuss about sexual harassment, how it is prevalent inside India, and how to remove it. Like those things we will discuss here. So, if you see in recent news, 2 months back, Delhi Guruji sexual harassment case, a high-profile scandal involving Swami Chaitanyananda Saraswati, alias Dr. Partha Sarathi, the former director of Sri Sharada Institute of Management in Vasant Kunj, Delhi. He has been accused of sexually harassing at least 17 female students. He used to send them messages, porn pictures, and by abusive language also he used to harass a lot, and the management also involved in this. Some faculty members, administrative members are involved in this. After the students gone to police station, they filed a complaint. After an inquiry, they come to know whatever the thing is going on inside the college. So despite having posh act, prevention of sexual harassment act inside India, how these things are happened? What is posh act, prevention of sexual harassment act? Let us see here now. So, what is sexual harassment here? It includes any one or more of the following unwelcome acts or behavior committed directly by implication: physical contact and advances, a demand or request for sexual favors, sexually colored remarks, showing pornography, any other unwelcome physical, verbal, or non verbal conduct of sexual nature. Okay, suppose a boss is there. He is unwantedly touching an employee on her shoulders or wherever he wants. By speaking, when he is speaking, also unwantedly he is touching her. It can be treated as a sexual harassment. Some people, what they will do, they directly don't propose the lady about this thing. They will do some help. Personally, if she wants some help, like she want a pickup drop thing or recharge thing or etc., then they will help out. And in office issues also, if she have any doubt, any issues, problems, they sort out the thing. And later they start giving demands or request for sexual favors, because I did something for you, so in return you have to do something for me. Even some people are really in relatives, friends also, they are really very bad that they expect something from the woman. They start giving gifts to her, and they start taking her outside. They start calling her to some places. Okay, after they roam, after started roaming together, after some time they start giving messages, indirect messages, like that. uh, we have to involve sexually, like that thing. Physical involvement should be there. So these type of people who harass a woman sexually are psychopath, because there are many options in modern world to go for. There are pornography is there, call girls are there, many things are there. Despite how, why they start torturing other women, we don't know. So to stop these type of things, that is the purpose of this sexual harassment act, posh act. Okay. And some people, what they will do physically, if they can't advance, they are scared of whether someone will see them, or the girl going to give complaint inside office. What they will do, they start giving porn messages over social media or over WhatsApp. They start sending pornography to the woman, so that they observe how she reacts. If she gets angry, they stop sending it. But if she start promoting them, again she is giving some reply, then they start trying outside. So these men are basically psychopath and torturers, like that. That type of people, only normal people won't do these type of things. So how to stop this type of crime? Till now government doing a lot to find terrorist murderers. Okay, and yesterday we discussed acid attack cases. But how to deal with sexual harassment case? This is not a easy thing at all. It is more than a murder, more than a lawn acid attacks, and it can't be treated as a big deal by police officers also. If a person do a thief, if he is a thief, he robbed some money from bank, or if he is a murderer, he murdered so many people, he is a psychopath, or he is a terrorist, then the police take the case as a serious one. But in case of sexual harassment, no management will take it serious, they treat it as a petty case. So what happened again, the abuser will start doing the same thing with another woman. So, in law also, they should treat this as a severe crime. A severe punishment, like capital punishment, should be given to these people to stop doing abuse to other women. Because sexual abuse results in mental trauma to every woman. Even some minors will get raped because of the sexual abusers. They can't come out of that mental trauma. They can't continue their career. They can't take do any job afterwards. It impacts their mental personality. So this should be treated as a severe punishment. Okay, so what are the obligations here? Every employer is required to constitute an internal complaints committee. So how to treat sexual abuse cases at workplace? So to handle these issues, they are arranging a internal complaints committee like HR department, accounts department, audit department. Many departments will be there in a company. Like that, if they are planning to institute a new internal complaints committee, okay, to handle sexual abuse cases. Okay, at each office or branch with 10 or more employees. And ICC has powers similar to those of a. Okay, the ICC has powers similar to those of a civil court of summoning, examining any person on oath and requiring the discovery and production of documents. Suppose a sexual harassment has been done to a girl. Okay, so it must be proved. It must be proved before the complaints committee within the office. If it is proved, then only they will go to the police station and give a complaint on the employee that his reputation is bad. He is a bad employee. He start torturing other women in the office. But how to prove this? That they have to make some valid proof. It's not like that giving messages or something. They have to make a physical proof and they should give complaint to the complaint committee. If you see in YouTube podcast nowadays, they has been cheating a lot in sexual harassment cases. If a girl is very weak, she can't accomplish her targets and goals on time in an office, and she is going to be fired soon from the office. Then what she will do, she will take the help of sexual harassment case. She simply file a sexual harassment case against her boss to win over, so that if he is fired, she will get that position. So people are misusing this posh act. So to prove whether the allegations are true or not, the complaint committee will take the place of a civil court to check whether with proofs whether the alleged person is really a abuser or not, whether unnecessarily the person victim is giving a wrong complaint. First they will do the verification. If the verification is done, then they will go to police station. If once a sexual harassment case filed in police station, the person career will be over. He can't go anywhere to do job. That is the main problem. That's why they have to make thorough investigation before filing a case. Okay, what is the time? The time is the complaint must be made within 3 months from the date of incidents. Suppose a boss tried to wrongly touch a woman, then within 3 months she has to give a complaint. Otherwise, it's not valid. In 3 months, everything can happen. The girl can accept for the harassment and she can also do. No one knows what is going on. So after 3 months, no one believes in the girl words. So within 3 months, she has to give a complaint. Okay, and what is the cancellation process? So the committee on request of the women will do cancellation process, but it is not a money settlement. With money, they can't try to convince the victim in this case. Not money, the person, whoever the alleged person, he must get some sort of punishment. That cancellation should be done through this committee. Okay, and what is the punishment here? Non-compliance with provisions of the act shall be punishable with a fine of rupees 50,000. Means, suppose if a girl is wrongly alleging a person, she must pay a fine of 50,000 rupees. Because due to internal fights or internal job issues, job security issues, if she is wrongly giving a complaint on other person, then she should be punishable to a fine of 50,000 rupees. So before giving a sexual harassment complaint, it should be a valid thing. And compensation is determined based on five aspects: suffering, emotional distress caused due to women, and loss of career opportunity. Okay, so how much suffering the girl went through. Suppose some people, what they will do, they directly don't rape, they start touching the woman private parts and in wrong way, so that she will get some sort of pain and she will feel insulted. That mental trauma, and based on that mental trauma and loss of career opportunity, how much she lost in this transaction, and medical expenses, income and financial stage of the respondent. Depending on all these things also, sometimes the compensation will be fixed in Posh Act cases. Okay, so now we have seen what is the Posh Act, how it is applicable, but we will see the cases where it is happening, how the government is handling these type of cases. Practically, we will see here. So 2 years before, Bridge Bhushan has been alleged of harassing a prisoner. Okay, so then the government come to know sexual harassment is happening in sports field also. There also minor girls are getting harassed by the people, men. So how to handle these cases? So that sexual harassment in sports is taken as a separate topic by government. So what they are doing in this direction, let us see here. Okay, in an investigation has revealed that as many as 12 out of 630 national sport federations in India don't comply with prevention of sexual harassment. So which mandates internal committee to create a safe workplace environment for women. Okay, so what they are doing, following repetitive cases, they are already in Post Act, they mentioned that internal complaints committee should be established in each and every organization, even government or private or even unorganized sector, unorganized labor sector also should have an internal complaint committee to take care of sexual harassment cases. Even in domestic workers also, they should have a committee. But they come to know there is no internal complaint committee in some sports federations. So how to handle this issue? So what is internal complaint committee, that we already know. There will be an internal complaint committee to take care of the grievance by a victim. Sexual harassment case, victim can give a complaint to the internal complaints committee if she is facing such type of issue in her workplace. Okay, so there should be minimum of 4 members in this committee, with at least half of them are women and one external member, preferably from an NGO or an association that works for women empowerment, or a person with familiar issues related to sexual harassment like lawyer. So out of 4 people in the internal complaints committee, there should be 2 women and one outside person who can be of from social work, NGO or a lawyer. Okay. So status of, but despite the Posh Act declared there should be some internal complaints committee to take care of sexual harassment cases, some sports federation do not have internal complaints committee at all to take care of these issues. Let us see who are those federations now. Okay, so gymnastic federation of India, table tennis federation, handball federation, wrestling, volleyball. Okay, these all things don't have a ICC yet. Okay, Gymnastic Federation, Table Tennis Federation, Handball Federation, Wrestling Federation, Volleyball Federation. These people don't have a ICC yet. They don't have an internal complaint committee to take care of sexual harassment complaints. But Judo Federation of India, Squash Rackets Federation, Billiards and Snooker Federation, ICC has only 3 members. In these federations, ICC is available, but it is having only 3 members. The 4 members are not available. Okay, and Badminton Association of India, Archery Association, Basketball Federation, India Trilacon Federation, ICC has no external member. They have an ICC, but there is no external member present there to take care of these type of issues. If it is a person, a lawyer or NGO, then only they can take the complaint forward to their police station. But if internal complaint is there within the federation, they can settle things through corruption. They can give some amount of money as a offer to close the case. So these type of internal committees are not so effective to give justice to the victim. Okay, so what are the common issues faced by women in sports? Lack of funding and support. Many US women's soccer team has won more titles than men's team, but they are paid less. Often in sports, women are paid less compared to even in other jobs also. In same for same designation, women will be paid less, and for same designation women won't be promoted, men's will be promoted, because they feel, the company feels, the men's are always strong, they can give 100% to the company. Mentally they are not disturbed by their family, so that they can give 100%. But yeah, as a woman has to take care of her family, her husband and her in-laws and her children, so they can't pay much attention to the work. Like that, even corporate companies are thinking nowadays, how the sports people will think. They think women are always less weak compared to men. Men's are more strong to bring the titles. So this even sponsors will spend lot of money on men's, but they don't spend money on women. Obviously they will be paid less despite doing lot of practice, despite bringing many titles, even though they are paid very less. Okay, and gender based discrimination, same thing happens here also. They feel men's are always fit, women's are not. Even women's are doing a lot, they might do early morning walking, yoga exercises, and they might eat good food and good fitness. Despite all this, they feel, because women body is like that, they can they will have periods, they will give birth to a baby. Obviously they may not work more effectively like men's. So that type of gender discrimination happens in sports a lot. Especially in wrestlers, they think they are not strong as men's. Women are not strong as men. Okay. Example, India sport is characterized by a dangerous combination of political nexus and male domination of position of power. So if you see sports federation, everyone will be, the entire board will have men's only. Whoever the chairman is there, vice chairman is there, president is there, MD is there, director is there. Out of sports man's only, they are decided, they are given position, but women won't be given any position, because they think that they can't give 100% for the development of the federation. Okay, and this is influenced by politics and corruption also, and male domination also. Even if male are four members in the committee are male, fifth member will be selected as male only, but they don't select a female, because they actually, female can't do anything, that is an assumption. Female can do same as how much output the men are giving, that much output female can give. But what they think, female can't give the output like us. So even they don't want female to grow up, that's why they don't give the position to them. So if four members in a federation are men's, obviously fifth member will be men only. They won't be take a woman into that federation. That type of power domination things are going on everywhere, in government positions and in private positions also nowadays. Okay, and sexual harassment and abuse, if you take as an example, tennis player Ruchika Girhotra from 1990 dared to raise her voice against the then president of Tennis Federation and IG Haryana Police. Okay, so even sometimes girl can't tell outside that she is being sexually abused by some men, because they feel it as a shame and an insult, and they think their career will be spoiled. Once if the tennis federation member is doing sexual harassment to a player, what she thinks, if she go and tell outside, her position will be spoiled, she can't play anymore. Like that they stay silent. But unexpectedly, a player Ruchika from Girhotra in 1990 raised a complaint against tennis federation and IG Haryana police. Okay, so even Chinese tennis star Peng Shui accused farmer Chinese Vice President Zhang Gaolia of assault in 2018. Even Chinese tennis player has been faced sexual harassment from the vice premier in 2018. And USA gymnastics also sexual handle scandal has been happened. Even the girls has been harassed by men in gymnastics sector also. Okay, so lack of media coverage. They don't go to media. First of all, they don't go to police station. How they can go to media and explain their pain? That is the issue here. Women's sports events are often given less media coverage compared to men's events, which can limit their visibility and opportunity for sponsorship. So even if people are not following the sports properly, they won't give the sponsorship. That's the thing. If sponsorship is not there for offers, they have to adjust with anyone. If a poor girl is a player, then for sponsorship or for support, she has to adjust with men who is doing sexual harassment to her at the federation. Okay, so decreased quality training and inferior facilities, equipment, lack of quality trained coaches, etc. These are things also given rise to this type of problems. And stereotyping: you are a girl, you can't do this thing. I am men, I can handle this thing. Like this, words will come that really affects the confidence of a girl, so that what she thinks that after coming outside we have to adjust with the men, otherwise we don't have any uh, option. Like that, they first of all they play with the confidence of the woman to do like these things. And social attitudes and disfigurement: discrimination based on sexual orientation, gender identity, negative performance evaluation, loss of starting positions. These all in all things, not only sexual harassment, in all things also women are being mentally harassed in sports. Okay, ethical issues: some of the ethical issues faced by sexual harassment of women in sports include abuse of power, violation of trust, infringement mm, of human rights, creation of hostile and unsafe environments. So they will stay in sports hostel. So there will be no safety in that. Once they reject someone's proposal, sexual harassment by some coach or dean or anyone from the federation, they will face bad things in their hostel, so that they can't live peacefully. Okay, like that they create the environment bad to the woman, so that she must accept at the end for the sexual harassment proposal. Okay, so we have seen how many types of problems will be faced by a sports player in India. Now we are going to see how what are the steps that should be taken by the government to stop these type of harassment cases. Okay, education and awareness. Every athlete must be provided awareness that she is having equal rights compared to men, so that she can easily go to the police station and give a complaint if she is facing any bad experience from the federation or team, like that. Okay, so for instance, International Olympic Committee Athlete 365 program offers educational resources on a range of topics include athlete safeguarding. So they must provide basic self defense education first of all. Karate like things, nowadays women also learning karate because they must stay safe after going outside from home. Like that, if they are going to the sports federation, if they are staying in the hostel, they should be given some sort of training how to safeguard themselves in night times. Okay, and policy guidelines and development. Sports Authority of India has issued guidelines that mandate female coaches to accompany female athletes during travel. Suppose they are going for a match, they should be accompanied by some female coaches for their safety. Otherwise, it's not so safe going with a male coach. Okay, and reporting complaints and mechanism. Sexual harassment electronic box. So they will be provided a she box, provides a single window access for women to register their complaints of sexual harassment, where they can write the complaint and they can post it there to get the justice soon. Accountability and enforcement. We are making laws, we are keeping a committee, internal complaints committee, to take care of sexual harassment cases. But what is the accountability of this procedure? How to enforce this? That is by National Human Rights Commission issues notices to Union Youth Affairs and Sports Ministry, Sports Authority of India, and reported inappropriate behavior of a coach. So what they will do, Human Rights Commission will give complaints to the sports minister directly in case of a coach is misbehaving with the sports girls. Support and empowerment. Ministry of Affairs and Sports launched Kelo India scheme in 2018 to promote sports at grassroots level with special focus on encouraging participation of girls. In Kelo India scheme, anyone can participate wherever in which sports they are interested. So the government will be observing. They will keep a committee to observe this scheme so that the coach influence or federation influence won't work here, so that the girl will be free from sexual harassment in case of the coach or federation doing towards her. So we have seen how sexual harassment case laws post act is applied in case of sports. Now we will deal with educational institutions and private institutes, how the government is handling sexual harassment cases in educational institutions. So, National Commission for Women has asked all states to ensure that coaching centers and educational institutions strictly enforce the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Act, Prevention, Prohibition, Readdressal Act 2013. Okay, the National Commission for Women requested the government to ensure post act implementation at educational institutions and coaching centers. We have seen many cases of sexual harassment happening inside universities of colleges of India. Suppose if you see a professor, university professor in Hyderabad, has harassed around 17 girls from the university line by line. After some girl come to the media and she going to report that, then only the people come to know about this thing has happened within the university. And recently, okay, even in government sector, a government official working in women and child development section of government has been harassing women from many days. Even she harassed a relative. She given a written complaint that how much her uncle is going to abuse her many times. She got a pregnancy, also got aborted. Then the government comes to know this person is bad, an employee of us is very bad, and then he has been executed to the by the police. Previously, 5 years back in Jawaharlal Nehru University of Delhi, also we have seen a dean has been harassing girls from many days, sexually harassing. Then the report come to the police. After that, the news has been spread to media also. So after these all issues, the National Commission for Women has requested the government to establish a strict rules of POSH Act in educational institutions and coaching centers, because the students will stay in hostel. In case of universities, if you see, the students will stay in hostel. The abuser will get an access to the women easily so as to abuse them. In coaching centers also, they are providing hostel facilities nowadays, so the people have, even the admin staff or lecturers or the principal, whoever may be, they are having access to the girls easily. They can do sexual harassment easily. The situation is like that. What the parents think for their kids betterment and good education, they join them in hostel, but they don't know what are the consequences afterwards they face. After watching these type of incidents only, they come to know how the society has been deteriorated nowadays. So how people even the lecturer, one lecturer has to see a student as his own daughter, but what they will do, they think in another direction, they start sexually harassing her. These type of bad, very awkward situations are happening inside India. So in education system, respectful, dignified education system also, there is a need for post act and establishment of a committee to take care of internal complaints. Okay, the commission has asked to conduct awareness program So the commission has also asked to conduct awareness program on the act among all stakeholders in order to ensure that the cases of sexual harassment at work are reported responsibly and effectively. So the Sexual Harassment Act, Post Act, has been forwarded to an educational institution. So they will be given direction that any type of sexual harassment to happen in your case in your institute will be taken off the license. You can't conduct the operations anymore. So what they will do, the administration will become very strict. They look over every woman, every boy in the campus to will take care of the so and so complaints. Even internally they will keep a committee to take care of these complaints and resolve fast. Because if they are not going to resolve, if a girl go to the police station, that such type of incidents happening inside this campus or university or coaching center, immediately the government will cancel the license of the coaching center, and they have to with their operations with immediate effect. And to ensure that these coaching centers are registered with relevant authorities and a background check is conducted on those responsible for running the centers. So suppose a private person is there, he came and told he will set up a coaching institute, then first the background check of the person will be happened. Because if he is of a criminal background, if he is a murderer rapist, then he is not allowed to keep a coaching center. The person should be reputed. He must have a good reputation, good educational background, good profile. If he work in a university also, inside a university also, his profile, his feedback must come positively. Then only he can keep a coaching center. Otherwise, no anyone can't keep a coaching center. Okay, so they will check the management background before setting up of a coaching institute. The Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Act 2013, already we know Vishaka guidelines were issued by Supreme Court in Vishaka versus State of Rajasthan 1997 case, with primary goal of creating framework for workplace sexual misconduct redress and grievance processes. The act was motivated by these guidelines. So the Vishaka case versus State of Rajasthan led to workplace sexual harassment case act provocation. So that takes care of sexual misconduct on women at workplace and grievance processes. Okay, so its goal is to safeguard women rights at work and make a workplace a safer place for them. It also serves as a platform for both avoiding and addressing problems. Okay, so this sexual harassment case after Vishaka case, Vishaka versus State of Rajasthan case, scope has been increased. Ambition is to make the workplace safer for women. So now the scope of the act is increased. It is applicable to all sectors, including organized and unorganized. We have seen sports sector, coaching institutions, educational institutions. Now it comes to organized and unorganized sector also. Even domestic laborers must be safe at their workplace. The POSH Act scope has been increased after sexual harassment cases are reported in educational institutions. Okay, it defines as a workplace as an extended space by covering any place visited by an employee during the course of his or his employment, which would include transportation, etc. So it covers entire workspace. Suppose a girl is working in a corporate company, whoever the commercial center is there, the entire building that will be counted, and her job cab, daily cab, the company will be providing to her, that will be counted as a workplace only. Okay, and internal complaints committee, already I told you, any corporation organization with more than 10 employees to establish ICC to hear and address sexual harassment allegations. The committee will have 4 members, 2 will be women and 1 will be from outside, from NGO or lawyer. Okay, local complaints committee in each district where there are less than 10 workers. Okay, a local complaints committee in each district will be established to address the district complaint. Duties of the employer: the employer must disclose the legal repercussions of engaging in sexual harassment related activities, as well as the composition of the ICC. And he must ensure to the government no sexual harassment is being happened within his company, and also he is having an internal complaints committee to take care of these type of issues. That agreement like thing, promissory note like thing should be submitted to the government before establishment of a company. Okay. And penalties: if an employer fails to comply with the regulations, a penalty of rupees 50,000 may be imposed and license may be revoked. Suppose a complaint came and he is unable to comply with the provisions of post act, like he don't have any background checkup and he don't have an internal complaints committee, then he don't comply with the legal harassment repercussions, sexual harassment inside the organization, then the license will be cancelled and he will be given 50,000 rupees fine also. Okay. Procedure to be followed: an aggrieved female has 3 months. So actually, I told you this. Every employee will have 3 months time to disclose sexual harassment has been done to her, and she has to prove these things. She can't make false allegations on anyone that so and so person sexually harassed me. Okay. So before initiating an investigation, the committee can try to resolve the matter through mediation. So what they will do, first they will give so and so male employee, they will give a warning. We got a complaint on you that so and so female employee is giving complaint on you that you are sexually harassing her. If this thing repeated, or if you do sexual harassment to any other lady in the organization, you will be immediately fired and you will get so and so fine, and you will get a police complaint on you. Like that, they have to give first warning. After warning also, if he do not settle with the 2 months of or 3 months of time, then they can take action. Okay. And loopholes: what are the, till now we have discussed what is the post act, how sexual harassment is effective in sports and offices and government universities, educational institutions and private coaching centers. But now, what are the loopholes in this law? Let us see here. Okay. Not a gender neutral law. It is not a gender neutral law. Means suppose a girl come to the police station saying that one boy has sexually harassing her, a male from her same office has sexually harassing her from so much time, the police take it as a serious case of posh act. But if a man goes to the police station saying that even his boss is sexually harassing him, or any old woman in the organization that is so effective and influential person has sexually harassing him, no one will take care of this complaint. They will take it as a granted. They even, some people even say awkward comments like, if a girl is going to call you, you go directly. Why to think this much, and why you are giving a complaint? So this type of, there is no gender equality in India for complaints, and the legislation is very vague in respect of ICC constitution. Includes only personnel from company itself. So internally they can settle. If a complaint come internally by corruption or by other means, they can settle the things and they can stay silent without going to the police station. Next, necessary steps against malicious complaints would discourage women from coming forward. Okay. So from wrong complaints, if the company used to the thing that false allegations are common, if a girl is going to fire, she will give a complaint on the boss in name of sexual harassment. If the company is familiar with this issue, the next girl can't come giving this complaint, because the committee will think this girl is also fake. That is a thing happening here. Okay. So what is the conclusion here? Post act conclusion: a law as revolutionary um, as sexual harassment for women in the workplace will have huge social complications if public awareness, sensitivity, and robust implementation are ensured. Means the POSH Act should be applicable as per the rules. If the if some women don't know at all, there is some sexual harassment post act is there in this act, in this and so act, I can go to the police station and file a complaint to the man who is harassing me, then it is of no use. Okay. And it should be applicable like public awareness is needed in this to apply these type of cases. And huge social complications. Once a woman went and subordinate woman went and she tell in the police station that her boss is sexually harassing her, it will have so many social implications. His career will be spoiled, his family personal life will be spoiled. Immediately his wife give divorce, or his parents start abusing him. He is very bad person, they can't accept him as a son. So these type of things will happen. Effectively implementing post act is a very difficult in India, as India is a country of moral values, okay, and sensitivity. Even if a person is very good, a guruji is there, if you are giving complaint on him, no one believes you. And even people will, some guruji fans will come and beat you at your residence because you are giving false allegations. These type of sensitive issues will come out. And robust implementation. Suppose a influential person, a judge, a university dean, a guruji is sexually harassing women, the government also can't do anything, because from guruji they are getting lot of funds to the government. It is a charitable trust, they can save their extra money also in the trust without tax. So they are getting so many benefits from the guruji, how they can arrest the guruji immediately? That is a thing here. Even some influential highest position people are sexually harassing women, the law can't do anything, because they are highly influential. They can buy the government also, they can buy the judges, they can buy the lawyers, and they can prove they do not do the thing at all. Even if videos come out, even if photos come out, they will say it is, the photo is manipulated, morphed, the video is AI generated, I am not the person. So no one can't do anything in these cases. Okay. So what is National Commission for Women here? It is a statutory body of Government of India that was founded on January 31st, 1992 by National Commission for Women Act. It is established in 1992 by National Commission for Women Act in 1990. It is mandated to review constitutional and legal safeguards for women, recommend remedial legislative measures, facilitate redressal of grievances, advise the government on policy measures affecting women. So it provides constitutional and legal safeguards for women. Means you might know, women societies everywhere. Okay, they are like an NGO, like a human rights commission. They work for empowerment of women. If a domestic abuse, dowry demands abuse is going on a woman, they will go there and they will beat the husband, or they will give police complaint on the husband, so that next time he can't do anything. So like this, the National Commission for Women also work for women empowerment. Wherever woman is getting injustice, they will be there to get the justice for that woman. Okay, and recommend remedial legislative measures. They also recommend legislative measures how to handle women complaints and facilitate redressal of grievances. So they facilitate the grievances. Suppose a corporate company, in a corporate company, sexual harassment is happening against an employee from her boss. If the company can't do anything because the company depend on the boss for his work, for his efficiency, in that case they provide, the National Commission for Women provide a grievance mechanism to get justice to that woman. Okay, advise the government on all policy matters affecting women. Functions. It also do some roles and responsibilities, jobs that we will discuss here. Investigate, examine all issues concerning the protection provided to women under Constitution and other legislations. They will investigate, examine all issues and all related policies, how they are effective, they are effectively implemented or not, so that women will get justice everywhere. And report on effectiveness of those safeguards to central government. Even they report to the central government under the Post Act, how many complaints were filed within a year, how many are resolved, how many were punished under this act. They like this report every time to time they will submit to the government. Make recommendation in such a report for effective application of these protections. So suppose despite having complaints, if they are unable to do legal proceedings. Suppose if police is there, they treat this sexual harassment case as a petty case. They don't do investigation, they don't arrest the culprit. And even the judiciary, the courts will treat this as a petty case. They go on postponing the case, they don't resolve soon. So even if they go to tribunals, also in tribunals, criminal cases and civil cases, environment cases will be given highest priority compared to sexual harassment cases. In there also they won't get justice soon. So in this type of delays and negligence in system, how to get justice, that recommendations the Women Commission will do to the government. Okay. Purpose corrective legislative actions to address any flaws in the laws. If law has loopholes, if the culprit is using the loopholes to escape from the law, then how to correct it? The Women Commission will suggest to the government. Investigate complaints, may take suo motu action in cases involving the denial of women rights. So wherever the woman is not getting correct rights, suppose in Women Federation, four are men people, fifth men is not going to be appointed as a woman, they will take measures on how to solve this issue and how to give complaint to the government, so that the federation will be immediately take actions to get appointed the fifth person will be as woman. Okay, like this, wherever the women are not getting justice despite having a post act, the National Commission for Women will take care of the issues, not only in post act but in dowry attacks, acid attacks, murder, rape, appointments, increments, job related issues and moral issues. Wherever possible, the Women Commission will be there to give justice to the women in India. Okay, so this is all, friends. This is all about sexual harassment case, how it is applicable in different fields, and how the government is effectively implementing it, and how the National Commission for Women is working on the post act and supporting the government. Hope you like the video. For many videos like this on our channel, please do like, share, subscribe. Thank you.